So last episode, you consult Baes with the Trollskull Manor, the pub, the tavern, and the Baes kind of in the process of talking to Liv, and they got a visit from Ulcuria Stone Marrow. But the main part of last episode was Antara getting a message, a sending spell from Xandra. Xandra, who gave Antara this pearl of power, and Antara has entered into some type of agreement to help Xandra in return for this. Whether or not she's, balanced out that ledger or not, that's to be seen. But essentially, Xandra was looking for some help as she had a problem with some spirits in her shop. The Chicken Salt Baes then came down to Xandra's shop to help dispatch of these spirits, and found out that what had happened is that Xandra had purchased a book called Mazroth's Mighty Digressions, and upon reading that book, the spirit had come out and attempted to consume Xandra. The Chicken Soul Baes then decided that they would help Xandra in acquiring the correct book. And to do so, they would need to go to a bookshop in the marketplace run by Korvala. Going into this bookshop, and they met Korvala and had a brief conversation, and then Korvala invited them back to the bookshop's storage warehouse in a creepy part of town, which is not suspicious at all. The Chicken Salt Baes agreed they would meet Korvala there. On the way, stop for a sneaky chips and chicken salt, and at the yawning portal, and then decided that instead of taking their normal approach of crash, bang, burst, knock down doors, break through windows, they would attempt to knock on the door, and this time just have a conversation. Being invited in to this warehouse by Korvala's sister, and then being shown out to the office, Korvala said explain to the Chicken Salt Baes that the reason that the books were turning into spirits was because it was a hustle. It was a hustle for Korvala and her family to try and resurrect their leader. And by doing so, they took these extremely precious books and were creating these copies of them that would then kill the people who bought them, so there was no evidence, and they were just getting all this money coming in.
So rude.
So rude. And essentially, negotiations were started. They kind of went back and forth a little bit, and dramatically ended with Antara offering Korvala the enchanted lint in return for the correct copy of Mazroth's Mighty Digressions. Enchanted lint given to her by Morn in episode 1, I believe.
Yeah. That
Very
freaking
powerful. Very powerful.
Very powerful. And
Tara's a bit gullible, I think so.
succeeding on a very tight persuasion check with the help of Shoelaces and Morn's and not so much Zowla's eye roll. The enchanted lint was handed over for the correct book, but by entering into a business agreement with Korvala requested that the Chicken Salt Baes do not tell anyone about what her family are doing, and also that otherwise she will come and kill the Chicken Salt Baes, burn down the Trollskull Manor, and also, as part of this business agreement, she also expects free food and drink whenever she turns up to the manor. Chicken Salt Baes agreed to that. And leaving, they returned to Xandra, who gave them a nice reward for the work done and the speedy work done. And that was where we left off the last episode. The only other thing that we learned from last episode is that Morn is in fact a hipster, and he does not like robots.
Watch out.
Oh.
And so that's where we left off last month.
Wow.
And it was great. I thought it was a fantastic episode because of the negotiation style, right? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But you find yourself now up back up at the market. I'm just going to bring you back up to the market. I use my little beholder token there for you all. And you find yourself back up at the market in Roll20. And you just finished up with the Zandra. You still have your repairs to the Trollskull Manor that you need to, that you had left and hadn't got to yet. But you did also find out last episode that you had this whole bunch of cash just sitting in your bags and you didn't know about it, or you'd forgotten about it. And
Where did we get the cash from?
The cash was from the bars and the paintings that you'd found in the hideout with Renea Neverember.
I still have 15 silver bars just like in my pockets. And a painting.
And a painting, exactly.
And the helm of comprehend languages. So.
We were just like, has anyone got any money? And Tara's just like,
Yes. Yes, I have 15 silver
good.
bars.
Wow. Okay.
It's like when you put a $20 note in like your winter coat and then put it away in your cupboard, and then when it comes to winter time, you pull your coat out and put your hand in the pocket and you go, yes!
And you flash.
There's money in here!
There's some money in here! I'm gonna go spend it immediately. You go buy some fancy cheese.
So what do you want to do now?
I can have all the red frogs I want from the corner shop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now I want red frogs. No.
I want to spend this dough. This cheddar.
You want to...
This moolah.
Don't we need...
Cash.
So don't we need the money? Don't we need to get like our license or something to be able to open the tavern? Is that where we're up to?
Right. Yeah. So to repair the tavern, to return it to work, like to, working order, to be a pub, or open it to whatever you want, have the ability to cook and things like that. You need to do a couple of things. So you need to also obviously get your license sorted, because that has obviously expired. And then you need to pay for repairs. So the total cost of that is 1,000 gold pieces. And the repairs will take 12 days, but you have to hire the contractors to perform the restorative works inside and outside. And that includes all the carpentry, all the plumbing, all of the furnishing. It's quite an all-encompassing package. And then of course you've got those fees. So 1,000 gold pieces, and I'm not sure exactly how much you all have right now on you, but if you wanted to do that, it's simple enough. It's just back where you sign the deed over from Volo.
Well, I have 15 silver bars and 18 silver pieces, so I don't know what that translates to.
Those silver bars, when they worth 50 gold each? Let me just double check.
I think so.
Well, I mean, shouldn't we shop around? Shouldn't we get
three quotes?
Yeah.
Do we care? Can we choose like a vibe for the place? Can we choose a color palette?
Yes,
of
course.
Nah, gam it up. I'm just being gaming.
Do we have like a Pinterest board for this?
Yeah, can it be a magical one?
You can hire what do they call it? Interior decorator.
Interior decorator.
Yes,
I can't think of anything worse than an interior decorator in D&D.
An influencer, perhaps, even,
No thanks.
So,
no hate to interior decorators.
Yes, all the interior decorators out there, we love you. Thank you.
Love your work. Stay out of my pub.
So, yes, 50 gold pieces per bar, and the paintings were 75 gold pieces each.
Right.
So there should have been 4 paintings. There should have been 4 paintings. I see if I noted down.
So
exactly.
that's like all our silver bars, because only got 900. The equivalent of 900 gold pieces in those bars, unless I've done maths wrong. Which is very likely.
Don't ask me.
Well, you
15
have
silver bars.
your
Oh no, wait!
so-
I've done maths wrong. I've done it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let someone else do maths. Where's
So
Carly when you
you-
need her? Jeez,
I know, right? Far out.
I'm the words person here.
So you do have 750 gold of silver bars, right? And 300 gold. No, sorry, 7,500 and 150. Yeah, 300 gold. You have 1,050 gold of paintings
Okay.
and bars. That's how much you have.
Are there any other options for getting another quote, or is this just how much it's going to cost? And like trying to shop around, it's just going to be wasting our time.
That's the general market price for them. You can
Okay.
always try and get a little bit more,
Okay.
or you might not, depending on how well you roll.
Can we negotiate with them?
I don't
Where
like
do you want to
that
sell
space
them
farming.
first? Where do
Yeah. Where do we want to sell? Where? We'll try to get more for it. Oh, that's a good
So
idea.
Morn, you obviously are aware of at least one reputable blacksmith that you know of.
Yes. Old Smithy.
I've got good charisma. Like, real good charisma.
You do have real good charisma.
I reckon we could try to get more money.
I'll wait outside.
Hey,
I
Mon,
think I'll wait outside.
Mon, can we go see your blacksmith?
I think I remember where he is. He's this way, and he points one way, but then he points the other way. Oh,
But then he
I
goes
think
the other
he's-
way.
Mon, Mon, you lead. I'll follow you.
Yeah, it's over here.
Okay, as you start to follow Morn around, Morn, make a perception check for me, please.
I love that noise.
Oh, God.
You can actually turn that noise off, but yeah.
No, I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Did you There he goes, perception check. Yeah, so Morn, in exactly as you described, you point one way and walk the other way. About an hour later, you just find yourself outside the back of Trollskull Manor at the Steel and Steam,
And I'm just like, and here
which was
we
like
go.
a 15-minute walk, but an hour later, you end up walking in circles and you just end up right back there.
No time at all. Here we are.
And so, at the Steel and Steam, if I remember that's correct, let me have a look. It's been a month. I tell you what, it's been a month. It's been a month. And let's go. Yes, Steam and Steel. I had Steel and Steam, but Steam and Steel. So with Arvi and Embrick. So Morn, if you remember, you attempted to negotiate a discount. You said you would put decals on
Oh,
yourself.
that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're sponsored by the blacksmith.
Sponsored by the Steam and Steel.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
And I'll turn to Antara and say, I'll get us a good deal. See, I'm sponsored. And there's like a decal just like embedded
cool.
in
What-
my shoulder.
What is
I'm
the
an
decal?
ambassador. I'm an ambassador here.
If you need to, I can talk as well. Because like, I'll just straight up be like, here are 15 silver bars, but we need 100 gold pieces instead of 750. Thank you.
What does the decal look like,
Yeah.
Morn?
And, yeah.
It's like a coat of arms looking thing.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like you're walking around with a Red Bull logo on you or anything. Like,
So,
Oh, God, no.
and so, how, like, because this is a decal for your support and discount at the Steam and Steel, like, describe it a little bit to me, because I'm interested to see what this decal looks like.
Okay, let's see. Well, it's a standard shield. It's split into 4 sections. The upper left section is a thunderbolt. upper right is a menu.
What's that?
Thor's hammer. Thor's
Oh,
hammer.
Mjolnir, like a hammer, right? I gotcha.
Yeah.
Meow meow.
Meow meow. Yep.
Yeah. The bottom left. I mean, this decal is custom made. So when I first went in, they were so taken with me and my words about our little posse that the bottom left section is a bucket of chips with chicken salt. And the bottom right is is another shield. But within that, it's another shield. And then within that is another shield.
So it's an Inception shield.
Yeah. Incep shield.
Incep shield, I love it. And so you walk in, I'm sponsored, with Antara with you. Embrick working the forge. Arvi working the steampunk and the water pipes, and using that her water control powers to push that water through those pipes and through the machinery to help fuel that steam powered, very steampunk-esque blacksmith with Embrick at the traditional type forge, but we're getting much more use and much more force and almost a magical nature out of it. Arvi sees you as you walk in, Morn, and says to you, hello, Morn. Is there anything I can do for you today?
I'll excitingly say, Arvi, and I'll go to shake her hand, but I'm guessing my hand is like 4 times as big as hers.
Absolutely.
So I'm almost like crushing her hand a little too much.
No.
How's she been?
She's
It's been a long
surprisingly
time.
she's surprisingly strong though. Like whilst your hand is much bigger than hers, you get a firm grip. She works in a blacksmith, and even though she works with the water and the steam side, she knows her way around this area very well.
And this registers in my mind, and I'm sort of like, so you want to see who's the strongest here? Okay.
Are you going to like?
Challenge
Is this like a challenge here?
What are you doing?
Yeah, just a friendly challenge.
Okay.
Well,
She kind of likes it. It's like, okay, yeah, he's strong.
And then
Well, I'm strong 10.
Okay.
And then as I'm like trying to best her, I'm like, so my friend here has questions for you. And I told her you could help because I'm sponsored. So
You see, Arby's like, you've already started. I didn't think you were actually serious about that.
dead serious. I look at me. I am dead serious.
Look at me. Look at my crest. Look at me. Look at my crest.
And Arby nods at you with this understanding of not just what you're saying, but actually really understands that you're dead. Like knowing very well that not only are you serious, but you are actually quite potentially dead. And glances.
So he's got nothing to lose.
Glances at that sword in your stomach at the same time, and says, "Absolutely, you have something for sale, do you? What do you need?"
Hi, yes. So we need 1,000 gold pieces, and I have 15 silver bars. So can I have 1,000 gold pieces for 15 silver bars, and then just dump the 15 silver bars on there and say, please, thank you.
Okay, so the 15 silver bars you put down, and Avi says, Embrick, could you take a moment, please, to come and have a look at these bars? And Embrick stops working the forge and comes over to look at the bars and says, yes. These are pretty standard trade bars. Quite useful, but definitely of not a high quality. But we could use them to do something. Standard price, Avi, I'd say. And Avi says, yes, I did think the same. I just wanted your opinion on this. And turns back to you and says, being a standard trade bar, they're quite common. We can give you 750 gold for them.
Can I have 1,000 gold though? Because we need 1,000 gold. 750 gold isn't enough gold for what we need to do, because we need to get the license so that we can turn our tavern into a proper pub. You can come to the pub when it's open, and you can have like all of the chips and chicken salt that you want, and you can come and like stay anytime that you like, and you can come and we're gonna have like ale and wine and beer nuts, and it's gonna be awesome. And you can come by any time, but we need 1,000 gold pieces so that we can fix it up and open. So if we can get 1,000 gold pieces for these 15 silver bars, then you can come anytime and then we can open.
Make a persuasion check.
Scene!
So
Actually, with it, make it.
She's still going.
Do you want a persuasion check?
Make it with advantage because of Morn's decal.
Okay, so how do
I think that just deserves a roll 20, bro.
How do I add advantage digitally?
There's a little. Are you on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little icon at the in there that says advantage or disadvantage. Let me just
Where are you?
Gateway Games AU said offer advertising space.
Yes.
Oh.
Advantage,
Well,
disadvantage. Where are you?
Oh. We can.
I'll just
we can
roll it,
name-
Ray. It'll come up twice, and you just take the highest number.
Okay,
we
so
can-
I'll roll persuasion twice.
No, just hit it once.
can
It'll come
name
up
a
like
beer.
Morn's one.
We can name the beer.
I'm looking at the stream. I'm gonna wait for the stream.
Low!
What
I don't
the
need to see it.
heck? What is going?
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Did you see what I rolled? Did you see what I rolled?
Dirty 20. Very nice. So having rolled
That's so good.
and being very persuasive in your story, with Morn just constantly there, just like this, like, all right. Avi says, it's a very persuasive argument, and actually, we have been looking for a new local haunt recently to hang out at after hours. I'd be willing to give you 900 gold pieces for these bars.
Oh.
Kind of hoping for 1,000.
Oh.
Can I? No. I'm stepping in. Can I intimidate them?
You're gonna
Get
try
it
and
up.
up it?
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
like, we asked for 1,000. Thank you.
Oh no.
If Morn dances, will that make a difference? If he does a little dance?
If I thought you meant if I challenged them to a dance off.
Yes!
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Wins the dance off? Is that a thing?
Oh,
We can absolutely make it a thing.
Yeah, okay. Morn, you need a dance battle. You need to thrill up Michael Jackson, something up in here.
So
And-
let me get this right. Morn's challenging Arby to a dance off for 100 gold.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah.
And if Morn loses, Arby will give you
no.
800 gold. But if
Oh,
Morn
no.
wins, Arby will give you 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
In total. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. All right.
But only if Morn demonstrates.
Live.
What is?
No.
live.
Mm-ts.
Hang on. I'm gonna bring up some music for you here, bud. Let's give me a second. I'm gonna pause. The actual fantasy music. All right, you ready? Let's get it. I'm gonna pump the volume. Here we go.
Yeah, go.
Here we go. There's some lo-fi beats for you, bros.
I can't hear it. I just make it
I
up.
can't hear it.
The stream can hear it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Give us some contemporary.
let's see. Contemporary.
Yeah,
Okay.
contemporary. Yes.
Oh no. Oh, hello.
Oh no, we're gonna lose. We're going.
Oh no.
Can we keep deals off?
Oh no.
Maybe-
Let's just take the 900. It's okay. And Tara's gonna butt in and go, it's okay. We're happy with the 900. I think we're okay with the 900. Thank you so much.
Turn
That's
to you and
really
Tara and
nice.
say, I told you it was a bad idea.
What? It's fine. The 900 is really good. Thank you so much, and we're really looking forward to seeing you at the tavern and giving you really nice food and wine and beer and drinks. And I'm gonna like grab the gold and put it in my pocket and leave the bars and grab Morn by the arm and go, come on, Morn, let's go. See you later, everyone at Steam and Steel. We've been real happy to have you here.
They're actually like looking at me. Bidja is still going. Bidja is killing it.
As you're walking out, be just on Maud's shoulder, just going like, just dancing away.
What's with the
What the hell was that?
How does a mouse dance? I don't know.
Can
Wow.
someone draw that, actually? Can someone
Oh
draw
my
it?
God. Look, if we're gonna have dance-offs, maybe Zola should do it.
I think that's true. I think Zala's got to be the next dancer.
Yeah. Well, we've got 900 gold now.
And as you walk out, Arby just kind of like this big smile, and Embrick's just sort of standing there with his hand on the hammer, just like what? This is the most bizarre price negotiation he's ever been a part of, but also with a little bit of a smile, like almost like this is a little bit entertaining.
Yeah,
And then
we're a
I'm
little bit
picturing
weird.
it, and Tara like just like a mum in the store, and I want to buy something, but she's like, "Come on, we're leaving now."
Put it back. Put
Let's
it back.
I told you before we got here not to ask me for anything. And what are you doing? You're asking me for something.
You got money? You got a couple of money?
Yeah. You want a chocolate bar? Who's
well, then
paying
you
for
can
it?
have
Huh?
it.
You paying for it?
Oh, what? You haven't got money? Oh, wow.
Oh,
I
well.
mean,
Oh, you can't get it then.
just me in tears.
You better cry
Don't
softly.
you start crying or I'll give you something to cry about.
You better cry softly. And you be like,
You start crying.
Cry
Or
softly.
I'll give you something to cry about. Wow.
And just a real quiet one, eh?
Oh no. We're a bit loose today.
I know, far out, sorry.
There's a lot of crying in this Trollskull Manor team. I tell you what, I'm pretty sure last episode we did crying too. Like,
We're just very expressive.
fantastic. So you walk out, you've got 900 gold, and another business that gets a free feed at the pub.
I keep trading free feeds.
Whether or not this impacts your profit and loss, we'll see how that goes.
I
But-
think it's creating goodwill in the community, so I think it's fine.
Absolutely, and you know what? Maybe that the attraction of those people, the word of mouth spreads, and then profit is good still.
That's it.
Still 100 gold short, depending on how much coin you have, but you do still have 4 paintings that you could look to fence.
I thought those were included.
No, that was just the
No.
gold. That was just the silver.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, good deal. Hey.
You have 300 gold like market value of actual paintings as well.
What are the paintings of?
The paintings were of cities. One of Baldur's Gate, one of Luskan,
Ah.
one of Waterdeep, and I forget the fourth one, but they were all of cities.
Are they magic?
They are not magic, Ray.
No one says anything. Oh.
Sorry, Silvery Moon and Neverwinter, not Waterdeep. So Luskan, Neverwinter, Silvery Moon, and Baldur's Gate.
Are they worth much? Or?
They're worth 75. So we only really need to sell 2.
75 each, yeah. So
You could
three-
keep the other
300
two.
total. Yeah.
Or we could try to find someone who wants to buy some art and try to get them to pay us 100 for it.
Yes, I like that idea.
Who would buy art around here?
We live in like the bougie neighborhood.
We
like,
do.
I think we should pretend to be art stealers, like professional art stealers, and like, you know, con people.
I think you need to do that because I'll just be like, hello, I have
Okay.
this painting. Pay me 100 gold for it.
Okay.
So Zaula using her
You know what?
underground...
Never mind. Don't worry. I was making it so much harder than it had to be.
Zaula uses her underground contacts from her bounty hunter background
Yes,
to find
yes, I do.
to find someone in the bougie area end of town that wants to purchase some artwork for their walls. It probably takes you a little bit of time, Zaula, to do that. Let's say half a day or so of talking around, but you do find this one elderly woman who is an elderly human woman, and she's interested in buying some paintings for one of the new properties that she has bought to add to her property portfolio.
Lovely.
Okay.
So she needs like a nice painting behind her while she's on Zoom calls with the national broadcaster. So if we
Yes.
can,
Yeah. So the first thing that she says to you when you meet her, and her name is Karen, and
I don't want to deal with her.
we need to take like a gammon photo of the artist with next to the artwork.
and so Karen doesn't want to give you her last name, Zaula, but the first thing she says to you, and she walks up to you, and she's like, "Well, I guess you're the, person I'm supposed to be talking to.
Tell her it's worth 750.
Could I see the art, please?"
Oh, sure. It's just over here.
Oh.
See how you have the horizontal lines in juxtaposition with the circles.
Yep.
You know,
I was-
very, very retro architecture displayed.
Make a deception check.
And you just hear me in the background. Yes.
Okay, make a what's this? What?
Deception.
Deception.
Oh, deception, disgrace.
Oh, I've got good deception.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh,
So she looks at you and is like, "I'm not sure you know very much about art at all. I was led to believe you had paintings with dots."
Well, I would have to tell you that that's not really appropriate for our store. And I'd be
I don't
very
wanna go-
hesitant to buy that type of painting just from anyone.
Stop negotiations. Come back. We're putting dots over these cities. Send them back.
Well, look, this is by a man called Da Vinci.
oh yeah.
It's very accurate. Look, just buy it. Just
Oh,
buy it.
I'll give you that. It is a very accurate depiction of the cities. Yes, but I was looking for something a little bit more cultural. I'll give you 200 gold pieces for the 4.
Oh, I'll give you cultural.
Oh,
Did you say that out loud? Is that an out loud thing to her?
Zola's like, look, I'll take 200 for it. That's a pretty good price, considering.
She hands you a small pouch of 200 with 200 gold coins in there.
Oh,
Is that for all 4?
Yeah, for all
no,
4.
just... Oh, shit,
no,
no, I'm just saying what?
no.
No.
Zala,
I take
No,
that back.
something.
Stella, bring it back. We're putting
No,
dots on
no,
them.
no.
Now you listen to me, Karen.
I need 200. It's 200 for one, Karen.
Stone cold. Just make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, jeez.
So how does one do that?
Just roll persuasion and we take the lowest number of the 2 that are rolled.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. No.
Sure.
She
I don't want
says,
to play anymore.
she
I don't want
says-
to play
Come back.
anymore.
I'll go. Come back. I'll
I don't
go.
want. I don't want to play anymore.
I'm very sorry, but I was led to believe that you had high quality art and knew what you were talking about. I'll definitely be speaking to your contacts about this. Cannot believe what I have been shown right here.
Can I
She
kill
walks
her?
away.
You're gonna kill her.
You want to? You want to kill?
wanna do
you
a
want to rough
She's
her up?
gonna go and run me down to commute. Like, you know, I gotta.
She's gonna
I
run you
gotta-
down. She's gonna run you down.
Okay, maybe not kill her. That was a bit too far. I take that back. I'm sorry. I was just angry and I was in the moment.
I mean, it's D&D.
What about just like permanently injure?
Oh, jeez.
Okay, as she walks off, do you want to follow her?
Yeah.
Why don't you just rob her?
Yeah, let's just rob her.
Oh my
No,
goodness
I want to
gracious.
intimidate her. I want to say to her, "You tell anyone about this, and I'll you up."
Okay, so as she turns a corner and there's like a little bit of a gap from the rest of the street, you rush around the corner and grab her, push her up against the wall and say, "You say anything about this? Give me the gold now."
I love that. Now you listen
Roll
to me.
roll an intimidation check.
Oh, shit.
What are the rest of you doing while Zala
Can
is
we
intimidating this
see
old
this?
lady?
Can we see this?
We're hiding around the corner whispering things at her.
Yeah, what are you two doing while she's ducked around the corner to give this old lady the rough up? I feel sorry for Karen now, but maybe I don't. But you know, what are you doing?
Yeah, we're kind of hiding around a corner watching.
So you're
Yeah.
just gonna watch? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
alright.
watch.
Oh, well.
Okay. Intimidation check, Zala. Okay.
Yeah, I did it already.
She looks at you and says, "Unhand me now. You do not know who I am. You do not know how I was grown up." And she headbutts you in the nose.
Oh, no.
That's not gonna fly. I'll go in headbutt.
That's gonna be that's gonna be a 12 to hit.
Oh, no.
It's gonna be a 12 to hit. Does it hit, Zala?
We've gotten in a fight with the person that was going to buy our art.
With a Karen, right? With a Karen.
Hey, you know what? Mon, thanks for having my back.
Okay. So 12 to hit with the Karen, with the headbutt to the nose. Does it hit you, Zala?
Oh, what do I press?
What's your armor class?
Oh,
In your
shit.
character
Oh,
sheet.
my armor class. I don't know where to look for that.
In your character sheet at the top, there's armor class.
Oh, 16.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't hit.
Oh.
So as she comes in, she goes to hit you, but it hits, but it doesn't hit hard enough. And so at that moment, she's like, maybe I've bitten off a little bit more than I can chew. Like, she had the confidence, right? And then she's just gone, donk, and it's like, shit. Like, and you're just like mean mugging, like looking at her like, for real? Like, you want to do this for real?
For real?
So what do you want to do, Zala? You want to...
Can I just like threaten her? I just say,
Again?
yeah, just threaten her like real, like the scariest threat you could make.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Intimidation check with advantage now because she's now losing some confidence. She's losing
I
some
don't feel like I
confidence.
need to beat her down because that's just a bit violent.
It's a bit much for a Saturday afternoon.
Well,
Oh, I got an 11.
Oh.
What the hell? Why
You know
are
what?
all these rolls
With advantage,
suck?
you got 12.
with advantage, you got 12, and I'll say that's enough for her to she backs down. She loses the bravado.
Thank
She,
goodness.
but you've made you set her down, and she says, "I hope to never see you again." But as she walks
Feelings
away
mutual.
and she walks to the end of the alley, she turns the alley and she gives you a look. And that's the look of like, you know, you've made an enemy this day. And then she walks around the
Yeah,
corner.
well, join the club, bitch!
Yeah, keep running.
Amazing.
Just don't even know what's going on.
I don't know either. I'm really slack today. I told you.
No,
about
it was
before.
good. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. You're good.
That's good.
This is great.
So, you know, if we were working under like a, you know, a structure of like, you know, allies and enemies type thing, you would have like this old enemy now. This enemy is like this old, like property mogul Karen.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Zowla the
I'm
bounty
liking this
hunter.
for me. I'm liking this for me for my character development.
It's building street cred. It's building street cred. That's what it is. Okay, so
like-
you still have paintings, you're unsold.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
And you're still short on your coin requirement.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry, peeps.
How short? How much?
We need 100. We just need 100 gold.
Well, I've got 50.
You got 50 gold?
Yeah. 50 gold. And a holy beanie.
I've got 18 silver pieces.
Oh, I have 5 gold too.
Hey.
But you could always just sell them at market value, and it's insta sale, right? Basically.
Oh, all right. So we
You're-
don't
you're-
need to find anyone to sell
You're,
them to.
you're just trying to find the best price available, and you're trying to
Oh.
you were trying to hustle
Oh.
like a couple
Okay.
hundred gold for each one. So, but if you
Well,
want to
if
just if you want
If
to
Morn's got 50 gold, then why don't we just sell one painting at market price, and then we've got 3 paintings.
yeah, I mean you can head down to the
Which
market.
one do we want to? Which one do we want to sell though? Does it matter?
Silvery Moon, Neverwinter, Luskan, and Baldur's Gate are the ones you have.
Luskan?
I'm gonna Google see what it looks like.
Neverwinter is a huge prominent city on the Sword Coast region there. You've got
Luskan is a real place in New South Wales.
yeah, Neverwinter. Renere, Neverember, and all of that. You know, from there, Baldur's Gate.
yeah.
Baldur's Gate. I mean,
Yeah, we know what Baldur's Gate
And
looks like. We're not selling Baldur's Gate.
Silvery Moon is actually more inland. Silvery Moon is a city that came under siege from some some drowned evil forces and orcs in the past as well. It's more inland, past the marches, past Mithril Hall, which is where the Delzoon dwarves and Brunel Battlehammer and all of those stories that you may have heard of as you grew up, reclaimed Mithril Hall with the help of Silvery Moon and things like that. Layrell Silverhand's sister is the one that is like in charge of that. It's a beautiful city. It's got a very elven type of architecture to it. Very beautiful.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Let's keep that one.
Let's keep that one.
Luskan is a very interesting city. Luskan had what they used to call the Watchtower of the Arcane, but that then got destroyed, and after that actually got rebuilt through the help of a number of different different organizations, a number of different people. No spoilers for people who potentially, read into the stories and stuff. But it is also a city that's very torn by its differences. So it has its very low socioeconomic areas, and it has its very high socioeconomic areas, and not much in between.
Well, I like the sound of keeping Silvery Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So and Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter, cool. I mean, they're massive cities and they're beautiful cities, sprawling and lovely. So easy enough to sell off the Luskan one for 75 gold pieces at the market. Yep. And you head down there and do that, and you now have enough coin to get your license and purchase your repairs.
Let's
do it.
Let's go.
Okay. No, you head down
Let's hope that Karen's not on the council.
Yeah, Karen's on the board of directors.
Oh no.
No, you head down. You head down to the clerking office where you signed over the deed with Volo, and you go in there and you just speak with the clerks. No one in particular, no one of high ranking is needed to fill out the forms to perform these works, and it takes you a few hours. It's now starting to probably get into the late afternoon, but you have easily enough signed up, I should say, to have the carpenters, the plumbers, the beer and ale guild, the all of those guilds come in and help get your shop established. So this is going to be external repairs, internal repairs, the plumbing, the tapping, the purchase of your first installment of beer and ale, very simple beers and ales. And a few wines to have there as well. Plus setting up the cooking, right? So that you're able to actually cook there. And very simple furnishings. Very simple stools, very simple beds for the upstairs, and tables. But you already have some of them, but it's mostly... And you did mend, actually. You mended a lot of that stuff. So there's not a lot needed downstairs. But, they'll put a few little things in there, a few little touches.
I love it.
And you have 3 paintings to hang up in there if you want as well.
Yeah. Let's hang the paintings up.
And so how long do we have to wait around for construction or something? Or
you don't need to wait around for construction. You actually have to, as the place is not open yet, what will happen is that they will put a project manager in charge of the project who will have access to the building and be able to provide the contractors with the necessary times to arrive, and also make sure that the premises are locked up afterwards until it's ready, and then it'll be handed over to you.
Okay, great. So what do we do now then?
Right. So what would you like to do? It is getting late. And
we need to get some food.
Yeah, let's go have a team bonding dinner.
We're back on the food again. All right, okay, all right. Let's just get out of the way right now.
Have you got a mission for us? Can we go somewhere?
How many chickens do you want, Morn? How many chips do you want? How many? No. How many dim sims?
Let's just go have a beer. Let's go have a beer.
Have a beer. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I want to find some really nice bread and some really fresh butter, and I want to get some hot chips with chicken salt and make a chip sandwich with some barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah. So back to the Yawning Portal, or are you going to go to the bougie area?
Yeah, no. I want to go somewhere that's a bit grungy, you know what I mean? I want to see what's
go to the Yawning Portal
in the community.
You want to go to Mary's of Newtown? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love the cheeseburgers there.
Yeah, they're really good.
The place is a little bit satanic, but
I can't hear anything. I'm too old to go there, I reckon. I can't hear anyone talking.
It's like I can't even see anybody up in that joint. It's like darkness and then a couple of red lights, and it's like, where are you?
So cheeseburgers and chips and dirty birds for Morn. Right, gotcha. Yeah. All right, Mary's. Hey, there's a mad plug for Mary's. Do you want to sponsor us, Mary's? Come on board. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, I want to go to somewhere grungy. I want to put my my feelers out there, see what's going on, see if I can catch wind of anything.
Okay. There's lots of things going on in Waterdeep, and depending on where you want to do and where you want to get to, but they always say that the grungier places are down in the dock ward, Okay, so you've been down there before a number of times. You had almost got into a fight with a bunch of sailors down there as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
it's so far away. What's Sea Ward and Castle Ward like?
So the castle ward is a little bit more, I guess. There's a few temples there, and it's obviously right next to Castle Waterdeep. It's a little bit more of your standard fare of housing. The sea ward is even more bougie than the north ward.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
The sea ward is like the rich. That's the rich area of town.
Damn.
Right.
So, but I mean, there are lots of things going on. There's lots of underground, restaurants and underground shops and kind of, parties and things going on. You put your feelers out and you find one just kind of on the edge of the North Ward and the Castle Ward. Yawning Portal's in the Castle Ward. You're in the North Ward. Right on the edge there, you find this place. And when you walk up to it, it kind of looks like a townhouse or a duplex townhouse type thing. But all the windows have been painted black and you can't see in. And you have to, you've been told, Zal, that you have to, knock on the door with a secret knock.
Oh, yeah, I like that place. Let's go there.
Right.
Yeah. Let's just go try out a whole bunch of knocks.
So you got given the secret knock, but you walk up and you knock on the door, and when it's opened up, it is inside it's very dark, it's very atmospheric. There is kind of this music being played, but it's something you've never really heard of before. There is a stage up the back, so this house has almost been transformed into like a bar. So as you walk through the main door in the main hallway, there's a bar down the side, so you could come and get drinks there. And out the back, the whole area has been turned into this like little entertaining room, and there's a few things going on here. When you first rock up, there are people on stage doing poetry, but it's not any type of poetry that you've heard before. It's not about the standard poetry that you might hear someone talking about in the street, the fair maidens and shining knights, or whatever these type of gammon poets are doing. This is like spoken word type
Got
of
the
like
beat poets.
yeah.
Yes.
This is like real political, like people
Slam
like
poetry.
it's like people are like really talking about serious topics in here, but and it's kind of like, Antara, you're a bit like, oh, this is, it doesn't really maybe not fit to you, but more it like sits right with your style of like your personality, right? Zaula, you too. It's not that it looks shady here, but this is the type of place where you're like, you could get some business done. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'll be about that life.
And so they have a really interesting selection of beverages. It's not a cocktails place. This is not a cocktails place at all. This is beers on tap. This is a whiskeys. This is some distilled alcohols like gin and vodka. So this is a real hard liquor type of place. It's not no cocktails and wine. There's no wine here either. And so there are some places to sit. And what they've done is they've converted the top level into almost like a mezzanine. So you can like walk up and sit at the top, but still see the stage out the back, which is kind of like you would imagine like out the back of a courtyard, and they've put that stage there now. It's really kind of nice, really sort of chilled vibe. There's no loud music or anything like that. It's really sort of chilled, dark, brooding place.
Nice.
Okay. All right, I reckon I vote we go get a drink and then we go stand somewhere and just watch people for a quick sec.
Okay.
Let's go up to the mezzanine, see what we can see.
Yeah.
So you grab
I like
yourselves
that.
a quick drink of your choice, whether it's
I'm gonna have a whiskey. I feel like Zaula's a whiskey. No, yes, she's a whiskey drinker.
Zala gets her whiskey. Morn, what drink you taking?
Single malt scotch.
Single malt
Ooh.
scotch, and you and Tara.
Oh.
Everyone's fancy. I'll have a red lemonade. Fire engine.
The bartender says we don't do lemonades here.
Oh, okay.
But he's like real brooding. He's got like dark paint around his eyes, and he's got like all like face markings and stuff. And he's not huge. He's actually quite lean. He's got bald head, and you think for a second he's got like a makeup on, but it's not. These are the markings on his face.
Ooh, nice.
And he's got like a beard, but it's not grown on the sides. It's like trimmed on the sides. He's got a goatee, very well looked after. It looks a bit like Morn, but like real skinny version.
Ah.
And his name's Barmy.
That's canon. I'm always in the game now.
Do you make tea?
No.
Do you have
Let's just
milkshakes?
order some alcohol.
What was that one, Ray?
Do you have milkshakes?
No.
Do you have water?
Yes.
No.
I'll just have water.
And he just goes over to the tap and just pours out a glass of water and just puts it down for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He's all broody. He's like, you're welcome. And you walk up to the mezzanine level. What's up, Bond Exploder? Good to see you, bud. And you come up to the mezzanine level, and you hang out there for a little bit. And what are you looking for, Zal? Are you looking for people, or you're just checking it out?
Yeah, I'm looking for people. I'm looking for like that that person who looks like they're the one that runs that area or that runs that region.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh man. These roles aren't really working out for me this week.
That's the way it goes.
Perception.
Okay. All right. That's okay. The first person you notice sitting by themselves in the corner with a dark liquid in their hand is Vincent Trench, private investigator.
Oh,
Oh, the one that I hired.
The one you hired.
That's the first person that you see
Oh, shit.
sitting there,
Yes!
just swirling the liquid and kind of brooding a little bit there.
Okay.
From the mezzanine level.
Who is he with?
He's with no one, just sitting by himself.
Oh, he's got a drink in his hand. He's got dark liquid.
He's got
Is that
drink in
what
his
you said?
hand, dark liquor, yeah, and he's got his hat on, so you can't necessarily see him like clearly, what he's doing, but you notice him.
Yeah. Okay. So he's not with anybody else. I can't see him with no one.
No, and he seems to be just sitting there,
right.
just like same thing, just enjoying a drink perhaps and relaxing. But around the rest of the room, most people are there with other people. You don't see anyone else by themselves. You don't see anyone else either really taking attention. It's early in the evening, so it's you're only really in that early start of the evening. So it's not there's not like anyone there who seems to be like the boss or some sort of like local boss or something. Yeah.
Okay, is he like looking at anybody? Or I can't see that.
You can't. No, he doesn't seem to be looking at anybody. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go and say something to him?
Sure.
So, what are you guys gonna do? You're gonna come with me?
Well, the other thing's what she's gonna say.
So I walk downstairs and I say, "Oh, hello, Vincent."
Vincent.
Hi, Vincent.
Zala, it's nice to see you here. Would you like to sit down and drink with me?
Yes.
Okay, you sit down. He says, "What brings you to this establishment?"
Have you heard? I just came here for a drink, celebrate the renovations of our pub that we own. But have you heard anything about you know who?
Well, first of all, it's very nice to hear that you've got the pub up and running. That's fantastic. I'll drop by for a drink every now and then.
Maybe not.
No, I do not have any solid leads on that person that I'm looking for just yet. But
Right.
fear not. I am always on the trail. And I am, as I said, the best private investigator in Waterdeep. So, without a doubt, I will find said person. And inform you before I do anything.
Okay. So you currently do not have any information.
If I did, I would come to you first, Aula, but you came to me.
Well, okay then. I'll get going. Leave you to it.
Okay then. Thank you. I will see you around, perhaps.
What's he doing here? Can I ask him what's he's doing here?
I'm working.
Who are you working for?
That's confidential. I don't share client information amongst other clients.
So are you looking for somebody?
It's confidential.
So, is there any purpose to him being in this place?
So he says he's working. He says he's working right now.
Right. Well, I don't want to cramp your style, you know. So I guess I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Thank you. I'll see you soon, Zowla.
Okay, bye.
And he just tips his hat a little bit and goes back to drinking. He's an interesting character, the old Vincent Trench, but he watches you very... You don't see this that much until you walk up the stairs and look back down, but he's watching you. He's watching you as you walk away.
They always do.
Let's go!
I need to go and sleep or something.
And so, no, it's all good. And so, as you walk upstairs now, the poetry's ended, and now there's like this guy comes out on stage, and he's got like he starts making noises with his mouth. You've never seen anything like this before, and I'm not gonna do it. But it's beatboxing, and he's like beatboxing, and then this other guy comes out, and this other guy starts.
I think the rule is you have to beatbox, isn't it?
Nah,
You got to beatbox
it's
so
not
that we
gonna
know.
happen, it's not gonna
I don't know what does beatboxing sound like. I don't know. I feel like
you-
my character really needs to know
You'll
what
have to
beatboxing
imagine it. You'll have to
like.
imagine.
Oh.
Continue.
How's this character sound? Like, what's the
Beatbox,
tone?
did you say?
Beat.
Yeah, so he's got like
beatboxing,
he's
you
got a
say.
box, and he's just like hitting it, like they're
Oh, all right then.
right.
Yep.
To a beat. And another guy comes out, and he just starts like lyrically waxing off. He's just like bam, 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 and it's like the poetry but faster. And you've never heard this before, this type of music, and you hear someone next to you say, "Oh, that's the incredible bard. He's the best bard in we've ever seen. You've never seen a bard that brings music like this before." And so you sit there drinking your strong, strong drinks, listening to the next sort of 30-minute set of this bard. Basically, they're just rapping off there, and it's very unique for Waterdeep. This is not your liar. This is not your toss a coin to your witcher. This is like stake 'em, right? Like it's the formation of Waterdeep in Waterdeep. It's this underground formation of hip hop in this region, and for you, I don't know how your characters will react to this, but this crowd here love it. But they're not moshing. They're just silently just a little bit of a head nod as they're going on there. They're still bougie.
So what do
Can
we
Zola just run in and just like start dancing at the front of the stage?
just start cramping at the front of
Oh, amazing.
So dumb.
And so it's a very interesting place. It has no name, and only the secret knock on the blacked out windows. You finish up here. You head back to Trollskull Manor for a night of rest, and You see Shoelaces there. She's still feeling very under the weather. Basically like up with the blanket and just, you know, resting in bed, and you all just, you know, say to her, you know, get your rest. And she just kind of goes, and, you know, it's a little bit cold, you know, like, but there is a fire that's been lit. But it is, as I said, starting to get to those colder months. The nights are getting cold in Waterdeep. And from there, we'll take a break, because I think we all need a bit of a break. We got some things to do here. I'm going to do something for the first time ever, and I'm going to fix this audio. And I don't know if captions are ever going to work for us, but we'll try and get it going. Shout out to Gateway Games. Shout out to Pete. Shout out to Von Exploner. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching and chilling out. Milky, I see you there. I know you recognize that dot painting reference. Get it. All right, so what we got here, the old Studs and Suds is about to disappear. And I want to let you all know that Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, which is this awesome, well, it depends if you're into that type of game, but awesome game. Steam, Xbox, pretty sure it's Switch too, PS4, Mac, Epic Game Store, iOS, Android. Basically, you can play it on anything. And it's all about Forgotten Realms, right? So I'm going to get into my little chat window here. I got a little command for this, so everyone can do it. Boom, boom, boom. There is a code there for you. Hey!
Oh.
So, Idle Champions have given us a code, PAIRPROBCHESS, that you can use in the game if you want, and that will get you a Electrum chest loot, free looties, in Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Shout out to Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. They're awesome. They got all the dope shows. They got their own streams, and they've got, you know, heaps of Forgotten Realms characters and heaps of stream characters in their game, and real shout out there. I actually really enjoyed that game as an Idle game. So thank you so much to Idle Champions. Thank you so much to Lauren at Idle Champions, community manager. I'll leave that code up there for the rest of the game. And whilst we're here, let me go to the giveaways. So we also got here before we go away for our little break, which will have no music. I'm sorry this time, but you know, we have. You can't see it. It's in a box, but it is a 900mm by 400mm gaming mouse pad from Twitch. So thank you very much, Twitch ANZ, for supporting us. We super appreciate it. And I am going to put in the keyword. It's going to be, what are we going to do today? All right, here we go. So, we'll roll the winner when we come back from our break. But if you'd like a chance to win this, if you're in Australia, please. I'm not sure about the rules, but if you're in Australia and you would like to have a chance to win this cool cloth gaming mat, type in !Karen, and you can have a chance to win this when we get back from the break.
That's all balmy.
Oh, good on ya.
So I'll put that in the chat as well. Thank you so much, everyone. A giveaway, !Karen.
Well, I'm gonna go and make a coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't type. Sorry.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go make a cup of tea.
Carney.
Yeah, sorry. Chili con carne. And you know what? Yeah, so please, we're going to be back soon in probably about 10 minutes. And unfortunately, as I said, we're having massive audio issues today, so there'll be no music while we're away. But I'll have that all fixed up for next month. So bear with us and see you soon. Back into it. We're back into it. We're back into it. Let's get some of this. We don't need this music. Let's get that for the stream anyway. I know you can't hear it on our voice here, but I'll get some funky beats on for the stream. Funky beats that they missed during the intermission. All right. So we back. We had our break. Welcome back. Thank you, Anthem. Thank you for the follow too. I saw some donation. I saw a donation come through. I bet that was you, Vaughn. And if it was, thank you very much.
Donations? What? That's cool.
May have been. If it was, thank you very much. Seriously, we greatly appreciate it. And it helps us do crazy things. If you keep watching out for our Twitter this year, you'll see some crazy things happening. Crazy things happening. Cece with a smile. Cece knows. Cece knows how crazy.
I'm getting nervous.
Getting nervous.
Stuff going on.
Thank you, Vaughn. All right, let's roll off. Let's roll this off quickly before we get into it. We got the keywords working. Let's roll it off. No one else entering. I give people like 30 seconds to enter. If you want to enter, ! Karen.
Go get it quick.
Otherwise, I'm gonna roll it off. If you're in Australia, because I don't think we can post stuff outside Australia, like for real. I just don't think we can. We can do that. And there's all these rules. Who knows what the rules all are? I had Buddy back.
I'm at my mum's place at the moment.
Yeah.
So I drove up this morning, 4 hours to get here.
Yeah.
So I can say I'm in New South Wales too. She's in Matara, so.
You've crossed the border.
I'm across the border. Yeah.
I noticed it. It's not that far now. Come up for a feed.
True. Put the kettle on then. Okay.
It's always on.
Her dog, Suki's got every toy imaginable for a dog, but he chooses to play with this old chewed up plastic pot plant from Bunnings, and we're just like, why?
That's how they go. I've stopped buying my dog any toys because she just chews every single one of them, and then there's nothing left.
Yep. Yep. My dog will just like keep a toy in like really beautiful condition for like weeks. Like lick it, love it, make it squeak. Like take it with her everywhere, and then I'll walk in the room one day and it's like a cloud has exploded in the room. That's my lounge room at the moment is just covered in like stuffing because she's ripped apart a toy.
She just reaches a point and she's like, you know
she's
what?
like, I've actually decided now you need to die. And it's exactly what my turtle does as well. I'll put fish in my turtle's tank. It's for her to eat them, but she'll keep one. She'll just keep one fish alive for like 6 months.
I don't know.
There'll be this fish just in her tank, just this one fish, and then I'll come in one day and the fish is gone, and I just look at her and go, "Polly, you've eaten your friend," and she's like, "Yep."
Wow. Or she just fattens it up. She's just fattening it up.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna grow you nice and
then,
big.
and in her head, she's like, "You want to play a game?"
But I've got to get the fastest little fish so that like she doesn't just eat them all at once.
Yeah.
Because if you get fish that are slow and it's just like
gone.
No.
Don't even have a chance.
20 minutes she'll eat 50 fish and they cost me like $3 each. Like what? Spoiled turtle, I tell you. I know.
Well, that's a lot for a turtle.
I got to breed some guppies. I don't feed her the fresh fish very often, but
that's a lot.
I got to get a bucket going full of guppies in the backyard, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh man, the old guppy, The old guppy.
Yeah.
True that, Anthem. True that. The tale of terror to all the fish. You will tell them when the new ones come in, this is what will happen if you don't behave.
My favourite one was when I got her some yabbies. I'm thinking they're little. She'll eat them while they're little. That'll be good for her. Nah, she didn't eat them. These yabbies
They
got
grew.
like this big in her tank. There were 2 of them. They set up territories on either side of her tank. You couldn't like go anywhere near them or they'd attack you. I'm just like, this is like, I'm thinking they're just all going to fight one day. It's going to be like the turtle versus 2 yabbies in this tank.
Gosh.
Did you eat the yabbies?
Battle.
I got home one day and she'd killed both the yabbies. Like they were decent sized, and
What?
they must have all just gotten into a fight. And she didn't even eat them. They were just like floating on top of the tank. I'm like, she's the
Just
worst.
like
Wow,
Battle
she's like
Royale,
a little bit like
Hunger
assassin.
She's horrible. Yeah, she's.
Polly's really a Pokemon, right? Like it's like a battle pet. This is like
I choose you.
I choose you, Polly,
she's a snapping turtle.
to play the long game.
Like for real, you come up against a snapping turtle in like Dungeons and Dragons, right? And you don't muck around with a snapping turtle. Like a turtle, yeah, but not a snapping turtle. That's what Polly is. Polly's a
You've
snapping
lost your
turtle.
fingers. Lose your fingers.
All right, I'm rolling this off. No, that's it.
Yeah,
It's happening.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And where are we up to?
We're talking about turtles.
There you go, Anthem. Anthem has won this cool. It is actually cool, although it's in a box because I'm not really about taking stuff out of boxes, to be honest, just to show everyone, then to just pack it back up. COVID and all that. I'm not a big fan of like that. But I will send us a DM, please.
Yeah.
If you can DM me on you can DM me on Twitch or you can DM us on Twitter. Whatever's the best way for you, Anthem.
Preferred choice.
Your
Yeah.
preferred choice, and I
Remember,
will
take a photo of it out.
absolutely. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. And then let us know, and then I'll get back to you, and we'll get that shipped out to you. So cool. And I'm making notes there.
You've got a mouse pad coming your way, Anthem.
And you know what, we
always
got
wanted to say
we got giveaways for like every month, so you know we got lined up, we got some things lined up. So shout out, awesome, congrats man, congrats to say man, but congrats to you. And let's get back into it. I will get these sound issues. I apologize so much today for them, but we're working our way through them. As is the way with tech, we're working our way through them.
I swear majority of my Twitter page is just me retweeting Ray's face.
It's not a bad thing, right? I mean,
No, but it's like because I don't really go in there. Anytime I do, it's just to retweet something about D&D.
you're not retweeting me and Keenan, like me and Keenan out there. We like, you know.
Where is the love?
You got to put your face in it. That's
Yeah,
No.
yeah. You guys have to put your faces in it.
That's it.
Ray is the queen of that.
Actually, no,
She's the queen of a selfie on a tweet.
All right. So you have a rest at the Trollskull Manor, and morning comes around. It's early morning. Sun starting to break through the windows. The windows have been nice and clean now, so you get these beautiful rays of light that come through. The ones that start to wake you up, you know, in the morning, but you're not really awake just yet. There's a bit of a hustle and bustle starting outside. People are starting to get about their day. And you kind of chill. You're just chilling in bed. It was a cold night, and you're staying relatively warm. As the morning progresses, you start to make your way downstairs. And as you start to all congregate downstairs for your breakfast, the windows on Trollskull Manor rattle and explode inwards.
No, they don't.
The roar of this explosion almost deafens you as you are all preparing to sit down for breakfast in the morning. From outside the Trollskull Manor, in the alley, you see a thick cloud of acrid smoke. It's billowing outwards, filling the street. There is debris flying, and a charred body flies through the now broken window partly landing on the windowsill and partly inside and partly outside. The person is clearly dead.
Oh god.
There appears to have been some type of explosion that has occurred right outside of your building. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna run in. I'm running out there. I'm running out there to see what's going on.
Yeah.
As
I'm
you run
following.
out, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw first, please. All of you.
Okay.
Constitution, eh?
Constitution. All right.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
Your rolls
What
been-
is with my rolls?
Your rolls have been off. Your rolls have been off.
Right.
Antara, you're okay. Morn, you're okay. As you run out, you cover your mouth. There's smoke and everywhere. Zala, you just run out, and the first thing you do is gasp as you see a number of dead bodies on the road, on the alley. You see debris everywhere, and in that moment of gasp, you just breathe in this acrid smoke, and you have to run back inside to be able to catch your breath. But it takes you about a minute of coughing and washing your face to get rid of all of that. And Tara and Morn, you run outside, and you see a number of bodies strewn across the street, of different types of people. There are also a lot of people running around trying to help, putting out like little spot fires that have occurred. Thankfully, no buildings are on fire, but there are little spot fires throughout the street, and people generally trying to help the people who are injured. There are a lot of people who are injured, and some of them, trying to help the people who are clearly passed away.
What is going on?
Can we see where like the root cause of this, where it started?
You cannot see the root cause, but Morn, I will allow any of you to make an Arcana check if you'd like to determine the type of how this may have occurred, may have gone off.
Yeah, my Arcana sucks, but I'll make a check anyway.
Same.
CC, you got the highest.
Okay, Arcana checks. Oi. No, none of you are familiar in this type of damage. It was an explosion and people died.
Oh my god. So, if I run out there again, the same thing's gonna happen to me, right?
No, you're okay now because you kind of got the idea now.
Which is,
You run out there. The smoke's starting to recede, but there are a lot of people running around. You don't have you probably do not have a lot of time before the authorities start to show up. If there's something that you want to do, don't rush about it, but just let me know what you'd like to do.
I want to go see if I can help anybody. Sounds
Yeah.
horrific.
Yeah, is there anyone around that's like alive, in need of help, in need of anything?
Any assistance?
Okay. As you make a perception check for me, all of you make perception checks for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, this is so intense. What the? Why?
Morn. Oh, thank God. Morn's perceptive.
Looks like
Oh, Morn, get amongst it. Okay, all right. So
just a regular old Sherlock Holmes here.
yeah, so Zala and Tara, you are just taken aback by the scene, but this is a scene of death that Morn is very familiar with, and he instantly goes into this mode of assessing the what has happened, what's going on, who are the people, where are the the pieces of information that he needs to gather from here. Morn, you see along this whole alleyway an elderly woman. She is deceased. You see 2 cloaked male humans in leather armor with long swords, deceased. 2 female humans and 1 male half-elf in plain clothes, but looking quite wealthy. They are also deceased. A male gnome, he's wearing a very heavily burnt cloak and a dagger in his hand. And 4 halflings who have passed away near one wall of the building. I will say that because of your ability to handle this situation a lot more carefully, I will also say that as you walk amongst these bodies, you also notice the following facts. One of the dead male humans with the cloaks, you notice a very familiar tattoo on his forearm. A winged snake.
Oh.
What you also notice is that the dead gnome with a heavily burnt cloak and dagger has dry feces, sewage on his boots.
Oh, they've come from
Oh
they've
my
come
gosh,
from downstairs.
those guys.
He also has what appears to be a little bit of a bulging pouch on his waist.
What?
On his waist, CC. No.
His waist. On his waist. Stop it. Oh my gosh.
Before this campaign's ended, Zala's gonna be Nuri everyone in Waterdeep. I swear to God. Stop it! Look at her. She's cracked. She's cracked.
And we're just Stella, no, Stella.
Not that.
Zala, look away. Look away. Look away.
Not that
Look away.
time.
Look away.
Breathe, Zala. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Morn. That's what you see. But Antara and Zala, you're just taken back by this. And this is, you know, these bodies are charred, broken, extremely bloody, and there's a heat, there's a smell here that is just overwhelming. But to Morn, it's nothing. He's seen this before. He's been through this. He lived this. So this is, he's off. He just walks through the carnage.
So the gnome is the only one who would have come up through the sewer. Is that?
What you notice is that he has that sewage waste on his boots, but it's been dry. It's dried, and also that his cloak is more heavily burnt than everyone else. Like a lot of people are burnt in this area, but his like body
He's
and
like
cloak.
crisp.
Yeah,
He's like charred.
yeah, he'd been on the grill a little
He
bit
is now
long.
charcoal.
Yeah. Plus
Do-
you've got
do I?
plus one of the.
He's
Yep, go ahead.
staggered. He's staggered. Do I recognize it?
It's just a simple dagger by the looks of it.
Oh, okay. Can I, with my amazing powers of deduction, can I reconstruct this this crime scene?
Make an intelligence check for me. Or do you have a background or anything that helps you with this? What's your background? I can't remember off the top of my
I
head.
don't.
Can I talk to dead people?
You cannot talk to dead people, no.
I thought
Speak with the
was that-
dead is a spell, but you don't know it yet.
Okay.
I am not.
Or you don't probably can know it, to be honest. Okay. Alright. Based on what you've seen with the perception roll that you made, Morn, I will say, and that intelligence roll, I will say that you're able to discern a couple of simple facts about what you see here on the field, in the alleyway. The first one is is that it appears that the focal point of the explosion was the gnome. The second thing is that the next most damaged bodies are the 2 humans. And everyone else seems to have been like just in the area, if that makes sense.
So they were responsible for the explosion.
Perhaps. Well, that's not what I want. What's going on here?
That's some fun music.
Let's go with the dark one. That's not. I don't want fun music. I want dark music. Here we go. Need to unlock the DLC. Okay. Is there anything anyone else wants to do while we're waiting? You see, people are running around everywhere. Morn, you're investigating the situation.
I'll convey all of this to Intara and.
As you're conveying the
Who
information.
is it? Yep.
As you're conveying the information, you see shadows appear on the ground now as there's a couple of Griffin cavalry have flown overhead to do a flyby, as the guard and the watch seem to be coming in.
As in coming in to investigate.
Yeah, so the Griffin cavalry have now flown overhead, and the shadows you see first along the ground as they block out that sun. They've flown away again now, but they've done their pass to see what had occurred in this area.
Okay, so they're having a look at what's going on, but not actually coming down to have a look at the scene. And
Not yet.
And this is like right outside Trollskull
Mm-hmm.
Manor.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they were looking for us.
No. Why would they be looking for us? We're fine.
Because they don't like us.
Why don't they like us?
Because we
We're good people.
broke into their place of operations and
They've forgotten about that.
kidnapped. They're kidnappy.
Yeah, they might be a bit upset about that, eh?
is there an entrance to the sewer anywhere close?
Not that you can see, no.
Is there anyone in the vicinity that saw anything?
There are a number of people in the vicinity, and it's very likely that they saw something.
Can we ask them?
You can start to ask them, yeah, absolutely. And as you do, the city watch starts to come around the corner with the city guard, and they start to cordon off the area. So they start to push people back and go, hey, get back, you know, making sure that there's a crime scene, a really, really clear delineated crime scene of that blast zone. And all the witnesses and everyone are pushed back to one side of the alley. As you do that, you start to look around for witnesses, Zowla. And there are a few people that are around that you talk to, I mean, they're there. Would you like to have a chat to a few?
Yes.
Okay. It's pretty straightforward. As you can imagine, everyone's come out either of their abodes, or they've come out of come around the corner from wherever they were to see what's happening. Everyone's keen to talk, right? As you know, in these situations, people want to find out what's going on, so people are asking questions, and you come up and say, just randomly say to the person, hey, did you see anything that happened? And what you see is the person that you talk to, is Fala, who's the owner of Corellan's Crown, which is just around the corner. And this is the place that Shoelace stole the incense burner from, right?
Yeah.
So Fala says to you that I was watering plants in the greenhouse on the second floor of my shop when the blast blew out some of the windows. Luckily, I was not injured. Though the smoke came in, it was extremely painful for my eyes. But as that eased, I saw a cloaked man take something from the body of this gnome. That man then limped away. He looked like he was badly injured. He kept looking around over his shoulders as he ducked around the corner. It's almost as if he was afraid of someone. He was heading towards that place down there, the bent nail. As you have this conversation with Fala, Fala says to you, "Did you see anything? Where were you?"
I was in the pub. I was in my pub down Trollskull Manor.
Trollskull Manor. That's our pub.
Yeah. You should
That's
come by
our pub.
sometime.
We own that. It's ours.
That's our place now. That's where we were.
And we was just chilling and thrilling, and then all of a sudden, the windows smashed inwards, and then a body just came like crashing through, and it was like burnt. It was crazy.
You're right here, right next to the blast. My goodness.
I know.
You're very lucky you weren't outside.
Exactly.
And at that time, there is another lady jumps in very presumptuously, as if they were listening to the conversation that you were having with Fala. They look to be dressed like they don't look to be. They are dressed in a very wealthy attire, and they say, I'll tell you, it was not a man."
What was it then?
Oh, what was it?
It
What
was like a puppet.
What?
A puppet shaped like a man. My eyes do not deceive me in this.
What?
Oh, I
A
don't
puppet
know.
shaped like a man.
A
I
puppet
think they might be.
with no strings.
Wouldn't that just be a man? If it's a puppet shaped like a man, but it doesn't have
looked
strings.
like a puppet, and it was on the roof.
What?
And it threw something down into the street. And that's what caused the explosion. And those poor little halflings were right there, and it just... it's just too much for me.
Yeah, that
As
is too
in-
much. That's too much. Puppets is too much for anyone at any
in-
time.
So it was a man. It was a puppet with no strings, but it looked like a man.
Yep.
But it wasn't a man. It was a puppet.
It was a puppet. It was a puppet.
But you know...
It was on the
in-
roof.
As in
And it
someone
threw something
was
down.
controlling him, or
And Fala at this point says, "You're talking about something on the roof. I saw someone on the ground." And there's this other lady who hasn't even introduced herself yet because she's just that presumptuous goes, "No, I didn't see anyone on the ground. I saw who's on the roof."
Sorry, what's your name? I'm Antara. What's your name?
My name is Jezrin Hornraven.
Hi, Jezrin. How are you feeling today?
I'll call you
I'm
Jez.
feeling a little bit uptight, but
Yeah.
this is a very stressful situation.
Jezrin, do you see stuff that's not there sometimes?
No, never.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get this right. So, did you see the puppet's face?
No, I didn't see the puppet's face, but it reminds me of those things that are part of that parade. I don't pay much attention, but I have seen them before.
Like the wobbly man?
Not the wobbly man.
Okay.
The mechanical puppets. The mechanical puppets.
Oh, like a robot?
They're kind of
I'm
like
out,
a robot,
I'm
I
out.
guess.
I'm not doing it.
The robot!
See, I told you.
That woman!
And Fala says to her, Oh dear, you're talking about the Day of Wonders parade. Oh yes, they are automatons. That that Day of Wonders parade. That's interesting, because that's sponsored by the Temple of Gond, and they're mechanical creations. And you're saying you saw one? Yes, I saw one on the rooftop. It threw that explosion into the crowd.
All right. I
Did
think
I
we need
tell
to.
you not to trust that?
We need to go find our friend, our Dawn Marrow friend, whatever her name is, who has the robot, to be like, hey, where's your robot?
Stone Marrow.
Is it on our roof? I don't know. What's her name? The one that had the robot.
Ulcoria Stone Marrow. The difference between what Ulcoria has is like a 10-foot shield guardian.
Okay.
Right. This lady's describing like a little mechanical automaton puppet.
All right, so they're different. So we're gonna go find this Temple of Gond.
At that point, a little boy, he's listening from the side, and he hears the conversation about the thing being thrown off the roof. Little halfling boy, and he walks over and he just tugs on Morn's tattered shirt that he stole from Shoelace's bag.
Yes.
You were looking through the bodies, yes, and my friends, they died. Are they dead?
And I turned to
buddy.
Antara.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm really sorry, but yeah, they died.
And he starts to cry a little bit, and he says that I was over here and I was behind this barrel, and it protected me, and it could have been me.
Oh, buddy, can I give him a hug? I'm gonna give him a hug.
I'm
gonna give him a hug. God, it's gonna be okay.
As you give him a hug, he kind of hugs you back, and you notice as he reaches up to hug you, he has something in his hand. He has like a necklace in his hand.
Oh, what's the necklace from, buddy?
I found it. It landed in the barrel that I was behind.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a look at the necklace and see if there's anything familiar about it.
Make a Arcana check.
Right, that's gonna go well.
Better than expected.
That's fair. It is it's a golden necklace that's woven in a vine-like pattern, and I can't remember the exact word for this. Terrible memory at the moment. But you know what I mean? Like there's like little pieces of metal and they're like woven like this around each other, like that. Like
yeah,
you know, like it's kind of like like vines and that type of stuff. And then
Yep.
along the top along this necklace are these areas that have gems, red gems set in to the necklace itself. There are 2 of these red gems remaining, and there are some that are missing. The clasp is broken. You can see that these gems inside are swirling. When you look at them closely, Antara, they are swirling inside as if there is a roiling inferno captured and locked inside each one of these 2 gems that remain in the necklace.
All right. So I'm just gonna tell little boy, hey buddy, I think this necklace might be a bit dangerous. So I'm just gonna keep it safe and see if I can find someone that can tell me what's going on with it, all right?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
That's a 17.
That's more than enough. He hands it over to you and says, "Sorry, I didn't know it was dangerous." And Fala,
That's all right. It's not your fault. It's okay.
and Fala walks over and says, "Come with me. We take you over there. We'll get you some help." And she
Thanks, Fala.
looks at you, Antara, and gives you like a very compassionate nod. Jezrin Hornraven continues to kind of rant on about this puppet that she saw to anyone that will listen. And the only other person that you... Well, I mean, what you see now, sorry, is that you're now starting to see the cordoned off street becomes a little bit more process driven. Now there seems to be some senior people arriving. 2 senior people at most. That really stand out. One of them is quite tall, sword at the hip, brown leather boots and a brown leather coat. An older looking man with a bushy mustache. And the other man is much shorter, only probably a little bit taller than a dwarf, but he's not. Doesn't appear to be a dwarf. He appears to be human, but he's quite short and stout. He has green glasses on, very well kept blonde wavy hair, a very stylish mustache that curls at the edges, and a very thick blonde beard, beautiful purple robes, a walking stick, and a number of pouches around his waist. And they seem to be leading this city guard and city watch now. Okay, so bringing in people to talk to as witnesses, keeping the area cordoned off. They're definitely, both of them are definitely in control of the situation.
Okay.
So, like, what do we do?
We're gonna find someone that can tell us something about this necklace. I reckon.
Okay.
I reckon we should get out of here.
Yeah, pronto.
As you start to turn to potentially move away, you hear one of the guards yell out, "Hey there, who owns this establishment here?" And he points at the Trollskull Manor. "Owners, come forward for questioning."
That's us.
Zal was like,
Centaur.
"Ixnay on the ownership day."
It's us. It's our pub. We worked really hard for it. We get up
Stay
the
on the
inside
input stage.
and our license, and we've only just opened the kitchen, and we just had a really good night's sleep, and the sun was shining, and then there's this big explosion, and like, what happened?
You see the taller man says to the shorter man, "I'll leave this one to you." And he walks off and talks to some of the city guard, and he's like, yes, not a problem. Yeah. Okay, yes, it's very nice of you to share this information with me. My name is Barnabas Blastwind. I work for the Order of the Magisters and Protectors. And I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay, Barnabas, what do you need to know?
Oh, well, first of all, what did you see?
Well, we just saw the explosion, and then we came outside, and there were just all these people that had died, and it was really sad.
So you were inside when the explosion happened?
Yeah, we were inside.
And you see he's taking notes. He's taking notes, very, very diligent notes as he's talking to you. Rarely looking up. He's more asking you questions and constantly writing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know exactly anything that happened here?
No, because we didn't see anything. So we were just looking for people that we might be able to help that were still around and maybe injured or something, but everyone seems to be...
Very noble of you. I did see
seems
you
to be dead.
I did see you speaking over there with some people. And what is the talk around the edges at the moment?
Oh, yeah.
At that
there was
moment, I'll step right up to him and I'll say, "What's it to you?"
Good
Giving our
sir.
position away.
Good sir, I am one of the lead investigators here of the Magisters and Protectors of Waterdeep. If you do not back up, then I will have no choice but to lock you up. Please.
It's okay. Don't mind him. He's just a
He's
bit
on
grumpy
edge.
sometimes. He just comes across that way. He doesn't mean it. Morn, go make a cuppa.
Yeah.
Go make a cuppa. Go chill. It's all right. Yeah. No. There was a lady here that said that she saw like a little puppet thing, up on the roof that threw something, but there was a little boy over there and it was really sad. He lost all his friends in the explosion and I gave him a hug and then fella went and took him so that he'll be, being looked after and stuff. But yeah, there was this lady that just keeps talking about this puppet thing on the roof and it's a bit
he's taking
weird.
notes and he says, excuse me one moment, and he calls over one of the watch. He says, something was thrown from the roof. Go and find it. And he comes back to you and he says, a puppet, you say? Interesting. Like a mechanical automaton.
Yeah, that's what I think she was talking about, but we didn't see it. So I don't know what it really was, but that's what she said it was. She said it was like one of the ones that were in the parade.
Yes, very interesting. What was her name? Do you know?
I can't remember.
I'll come back out with my coffee.
Oh,
I'll stand right
Jezrin.
next to him.
I think
and
her
watch
name
him
was
ride.
Jezrin. Jezrin, that's right.
Jezrin Hornraven. Yes, I know her. And he pulls over another guard. He says, find Jezrin Hornraven and bring her over, please.
She didn't seem okay.
That's fine. All information is useful, and we will not make any type of conclusion until we have all the facts.
Okay. But yeah, that's what she said she saw.
And Morn's just like watching him write, and he doesn't even acknowledge you, Morn. He's just like, you can look if you want. It's all good.
Can I use? I'll use unsettling presence.
Jesus.
For him, you're gonna make an advantage, or he's gonna have disadvantage on his next check. Okay. He does feel a little unsettled by you, and you see him glance at the sword coming out of your body. It's not the weirdest thing he's ever seen. You can imagine it's not the weirdest thing he's ever seen, but he still notices that, which unsettles him a little bit. And so there's nothing else that you have discovered or that you know of in relation to this blast?
No.
I don't think so.
Well,
Wait,
then-
what
That's all,
else? What
officer.
else? What
And
else
if you
would
have
there
any more
be?
questions for me, I'm going to have to get my lawyer involved.
Yeah. What they say.
Am I being arrested?
You're not. You're just being questioned as the owners of the building
No.
that the
Well,
blast
then, you are
happened
not
outside
entitled
of.
to my time.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
she's stressed out because this has been really horrible. It's been a really horrible morning, and all these
Not a
poor
what?
people have died, and it's just really sad. So,
Then I will let you go. I understand there's a lot of things for you
Thank you.
potentially to do. I will
Thank you.
remind you, though, of the code of conduct in Waterdeep, and that is if you withhold any information, then you could be processed and charged.
yeah, no,
as an
we were
accessory.
inside. We were inside. We didn't see anything, and then it was just Jezrin was saying stuff, and then, yeah, that's all. That's
Okay.
all
We
we
just
saw.
work here, okay?
Okay.
It's-
Thank you for your time. It has been a pleasure.
I hope you can stop something like this from happening ever again. Can you do that? Can you stop bad things from happening?
We try every day, but it seems to be at the moment tensions are high.
Okay.
And
Bye.
Thank you. And he walks away to go and talk to Jezrin Hornraven, who, as he walks over there, you can hear she's more than willing to give up all that information about the puppet and with all of the hand actions and the details. And she's certainly very happy about that, to give up that information. And you are all escorted again outside of the crime scene, delineation, which, by the way, means you cannot get into the Trollskull Manor. It is now part of the crime scene.
Really?
What?
We just can't catch a break.
We've been having it pretty lucky so far.
What do you mean we can't get in?
It's a crime scene.
I'm going in anyway. I'm going in.
Once you're outside
Morn, you'll get in trouble.
Morn,
You'll get in trouble.
as you attempt to go in, it takes probably about 3 or 4 guards to stop you, but they do warn you. They do give you a little bit of leeway because you are the owner of the property, but they tell you that you will not be allowed back in until they've finished investigating this crime scene, so sometime later today, perhaps.
Sometime later today, let's go see if we can find this temple or someone to help with the swirling red gems.
Can I can he? Yeah, he can talk to me. Can I send Bidger in to watch them?
You can send Bidget in to watch them. You mean inside the manor or just inside the crime scene area?
Just wherever they are. You reckon?
Yeah, wherever they're looking.
Okay.
For bodies or clues or whatever.
Okay, and what do you want Bidget to do? Other than watch them, is there anything else?
I just want him to watch them to make sure they're not doing nothing sus.
Okay. Okay, so you hang around for a little bit and Bidget goes in and, Bidget gets distracted by some things. So it takes a little bit longer than you would have liked for Bidget to come back. But there's nothing sus. Like Bidget kind of, in, Bidget language to you, that you understand, explains that they're just walking around asking people things.
Right. Good job.
Cheese?
In your hole.
Bidget, you can talk? What?
Cheese? In Bidget language.
Wait. I got the helm.
And Tara can understand Bidger.
I can understand Bidger.
Okay, so what would you like to do? You've kind of been cordoned off from your area. Shoelace is with you, but Shoelace is kind of not feeling too great. And what would you like to do? You've got a couple of sort of pieces of information.
Go to this temple place or what?
Yeah, the temple or the necklace. Try and find. Was that what you suggested, Antara? To find somewhere that...
Yeah, we'll either find the Temple of Gond, where the little puppet things come from, apparently, or someone who could tell us about these gems.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that the... So, that place that Shoelace stole from, is that the gem place?
No, it was the herbalist shop
that she stole from.
The gem place. Was it Tiger's Gem or something?
Yeah, let's go there.
No? Yeah, there is a gem shop. There is a gem shop, yeah.
Okay, let's go to the gem shop and just be like, found this. What's going on? You reckon?
Yeah, I'm just having a look here. So...
Should we do that? I don't know.
If you want to do that, you can do that. You can do that if you want.
No, in that time we entered the shop and no one's talking. We're just like...
Just silent. Just that silent, like this has been what the hell just happened. And,
we could... Let's go to the gem shop.
Okay. So you head into the gem shop, and there's it's a couple of the only people in there are the people who work in the gem shop, and the chatter about the explosion, and should we close up? What should we do? This is never happened in this part of town. All those type of conversations that you can imagine would be happening in this moment. And then they see you walk in, and they're like, hi, just see this gentleman and this woman, both human. They, hi, how can we help you?
Do you want me to do this?
Yes.
Hi, how are you? It's been a bad day.
They say it has been an extremely shocking day. I hope that you weren't too impacted by this. It is certainly rocking the community.
Yeah, it's been a lot, and there's something that we found that we think might have had something to do with it, and we thought that you might be able to help us figure it out so that we can find out who did this. Is that something that you might be okay to help us with?
I mean, maybe, but shouldn't you talk to the City Watch? If you have evidence of something that may help, then by the code of conduct, it says that you should always be helping.
Oh no,
Yeah.
this isn't from the scene. This is
No,
a
there.
family heirloom that
Yes.
has been
No,
passed
this is-
down.
Yes.
So
This
we
is
just
just a
want
thing
you
that
to
we-
have a look at her.
And Tara's just had a very long day, and so she's just gonna take a step back.
Make a
We just need to know what it was. We just need to know what it is.
make a deception check with disadvantage.
Who, me?
No, Morn,
God.
because
Oh,
they're now like, what? And they're already, suspicions are already up.
Oh no. Oh shit.
They say
Well,
to you,
I
we
tried.
do not
I
know
tried.
what you are trying to say here, but we don't want any part of it. If you are in trouble with the City Watch and the
no.
City Guard, then we were out of our business now.
No. We're not in trouble at all. We're not in trouble, and we're not trying to get into trouble. We're just worried that we might have found something a little bit dangerous, and that we need to see. We just wanted to know what it was before, because if it's not evidence, then they don't need it. But we just didn't want to
think we should
confuse
leave.
things. We didn't want to confuse things.
And
We just
Tara,
need some help.
we're leaving. Thank you for nothing. Okay, we're out. We're going. Come on, everyone, let's go.
Sorry to bother you.
And as you rush out of the store, you see one of them walk to the door and open the door and watch you as you walk away.
No,
And Tara,
I'll stand there for 5 minutes and just stare back. Stare back.
and they walk back into the shop, and they close the door on you as you start staring at them more.
Yeah. What?
Mon, come on, Mon. Mon, come on. Mon. Hey, Mon.
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 What?
Mon.
Mon.
Mon. Bitch, you tell Mon to come on.
Mon.
Okay, so you start walking away, and what you start to realize here is that in Waterdeep there are a very specific set of rules. You've all been given that code of conduct, and the people here, if they're not on the shady side of things, and they're following the rules because they're kind of being enforced. This is what you're starting to get the feel here that Waterdeep is very much a prosperous town, a prosperous city for a lot of people, where a lot of wealth can be made, but it is also a very heavily policed city.
Look, I vote we go to this temple place, but I also vote that we go and is there a book about gems or something? Can we go into our own research? You know what I mean? I feel like this necklace is very important.
Let's go see
has some sort of
Xandra at the
power
book
in it.
place.
Yes, I agree.
Xandra's magical shop?
Yeah, let's go to
Yeah.
Xandra's magical shop.
Okay.
Now, let's not be too forthcoming with her about our information and what we have. Let's
I'll let you talk.
okay.
'Cause
So you head down to Xandra's shop.
Tara's just going to talk.
And she's very, very happy and welcoming to see you. And actually, as you walk in, she says, I hope everything's okay. I heard what happened outside of your newly acquired abode.
Yeah, it's been really bad, and now it's a crime scene, and we can't go back in there right now.
Bella.
So anyway, cut to the chase. Glad you're doing great. We just we heard something through the grapevine about magical gems. Do you have any books
Okay.
about magic gems?
I personally have books about magical gems. There are many magical gems in the world that do all kinds of things. What type of magical gem?
What about one
What about ones
in a
that do like
necklace?
swirling?
Yeah.
Like they just red
where
and
it's
swirling.
Swirling
yeah,
gems.
red,
Anything on that? Maybe
anything
one
red.
swirling gem and a gold necklace, maybe? Anything around
Because I had a dream where there was a necklace and it had swirling red
Okay,
gems.
thank you, Antara. Thank you.
I'm just picturing all of us just talking about something different, Tara. Just red.
And
just want red.
Zandra's like, let me get a book for you. Let's make this a little bit easier. And she goes and gets a book and brings it out, and it's got pictures in it.
Oh, that's great. Visual.
Yeah, pictures.
And she says to you, these are some of the more common magical pieces of jewelry, all types of jewelries, rings, brooches, necklaces, circlets. Have a look through this book and tell me which one would you like to talk about.
I honestly think we're looking for something a bit darker than that, but sure. Let's have a look.
Okay. And you start flicking through the book. There is a whole chapter on necklaces, if you'd like to go
Necklaces, yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the necklaces. Like the one that was in my dream.
200 pages? What?
Wow, this is crazy. Let me see here. Is there something in this book?
there? There is. You can see something
Oh my
very
gosh.
similar. It's not the same.
I think I found what we're looking for.
It's not the same gold necklace, but the same looking gems. Different necklace
gems.
design, but same looking gems.
Were these the gems you saw in your dream, Antara?
Yeah, that's the dream. That's the dream. That's the gems that I saw in my dream.
Wow. These gems. What can you tell us about these gems?
What does the book say?
Xandra picks this up and says, well, this is a very relatively common necklace for certain magic users. Essentially, it's very dangerous too. It's what we commonly call a necklace of fireballs. Each one of these gems contains the fireball spell. It's very dangerous.
Interesting.
Well, now we know what your dream was.
About.
Yeah.
All about.
And as you say this, she's looking at Antara intently, like, more you talk about the dream, we're talking about the dream, there's a lot of mention of the dream here, and she's just like looking like, okay, I'll play along. She's like, the look on her face is like, I'll play along.
Thanks heaps for your help, Xandra. You've been really, really helpful and really lovely.
Yes.
You're welcome.
So that's all they do, right? And so, like, what does one do with the gem if they have it?
Theoretically.
Yes.
If someone had one.
Yes. Just if they had one.
If you have one, what it allows you to do is to take out one of the gems and throw it, and when it reaches its point of impact, it will explode like a fireball.
Right, and so you said that these are also very common, correct?
They're common amongst magic users because there is a certain amount of spell power that you can have every day. Not like your friend here, Antara, who taps into a different type of the magical weave with a lot of chaos and wild magic about it. Other magical users, sometimes you have a certain amount of focus or energy that you can really sort of tap into within a specific period of time. And once you've done that, if you were perhaps in heated battle or in, defense of your life, these necklaces and other jewelry of its type, which have different spells that can be stored in the jewelry gems, become very powerful and useful because you can defend yourself even further. Hence why magic users like them.
Okay.
That must be why I dreamt about it, because I'm magic.
Yes.
Is that all we need, Zella?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's get
yeah.
the
Okay,
hell out
thank
of
you.
here.
Thank you for telling us.
but Sandra,
Okay, bye. See you
was so
later.
amazing.
Bye.
Thank
you know where the
Bye.
Temple
Thank you
of
very much.
God
We
is?
have to go now. Thank you. And I'm like pushing them out the door.
And Xandra just kind of just goes like this as she watches you walk out the door.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Sandra. Bye.
Okay.
Sandra's really nice. She's really helpful. She's not like the other people that were like, tell the cops.
Yeah, true. True.
So why would we tell the cops? They don't stop bad things from happening.
Wait, and I just look at Antara just like,
Oh,
Oh, scout guy. Okay, well, let's go to this temple place, eh?
All right. You make your way to the Temple of Gond, also called the House of Inspired Hands. It sits in the
it's just a temple of hand models. What? I don't know what to do with
Oh, I don't know what to do with you, Mom, sometimes, for real. Okay, you're over here. You're over here on the map. Oh, truest of gods. Okay, all right. So, as you walk up, the House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond, a toothed cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently. You see the silhouette of a humanoid shape perching on the rooftop of the temple. It extends an arm, releasing a tiny metal sparrow into the sky. The bird does a few loops and then veers directly for you. I need you to all roll initiative, please.
We're getting swooped.
Shit, just got real.
It's a metal magpie. Oh my god.
Oh.
I got 18. Did that come up?
We're up. Yeah.
You have to actually. It didn't come up because we don't have tokens on the board, but that's fine. I can see it there in the chat anyway. So 15, 18, and 21. Morn with a natural 20. Morn,
That's my first good roll.
you go first. What do you want to do, Morn? As this metal magpie, it's about 60 feet away from you, and is like coming down towards you and Tara, Shoelace, and Zaula.
Well, I don't know what. I just I'll dodge it.
Okay, you want to take the dodge action?
Yep.
Okay. Or easy enough. I mean, you take the dodge action, getting ready to move as soon as that bird comes into, it, comes closer to you. Okay.
Actually, it'll be like Neo Matrix.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I see how you roll. All right. Zaula, your turn.
Can I get my longbow out? Can I go for it?
Yeah, absolutely. You quickly take the longbow off your shoulder, notch an arrow. Make an attack roll with your longbow from your character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh. See, you got people from Australia, these countries here in the chat when they know to put eyes on the back of the helmets.
Put your bike helmet on.
Absolutely. You get those little cable ties coming out of it. And Zaula, you notch the arrow and shoot. It flies. This metal bird is moving too quick. It's a miss.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Is there anything else you want to do, Zaula?
I don't know. What can I even do? Can I do anything?
Not much else. Not much else at this level. No.
Okay, well then, can I just like duck?
Yeah, you can like crouch down. Sure.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna do that.
And Tara, it's your turn.
Hi. I'd like to cast blindness on the magpie.
Okay. All right.
It's one action. It's a range of 30 feet.
Sure.
And it only lasts for a minute.
Sure. Okay. You cast blindness. Is it a level 1 spell?
It's a level 2 spell.
Whoa. Okay. Hang on a second then. You need to roll d20, right? I think it's a d20.
Yep.
Let's go to class. I gotta go look up classes again for your sorcerer.
Yeah, and we've got to see if it's a bad... If it's a bad roll, I got to pull out the D100.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So, wild magic. Yeah, roll a d20.
All right, D20.
Ah,
Hey,
natural
20!
20. That's definitely not a 1, so you're fine. Okay, you cast blindness on this this metallic bird, and as far as you're aware, it's blind.
Hey!
Is there anything else
What
you'd like to
happens
do?
to it?
All right, if that's the end of your turn.
That's I want to look up at the little humanoid thing up there and be like, "We're not your enemy. Like, we're just coming to say hi."
And you see this humanoid silhouette just sort of duck down onto the roof and disappear.
Okay.
All right, into your turn. The metallic bird
Weird.
plunges into Morn.
Oh,
It
sorry.
hits Morn. You take 2 points of piercing damage, Morn.
Oh no.
And as it hits you, it basically just crumples up like a beer can. And then just collapses to the
What?
ground.
Well,
All right. Making metal
Sorry.
magpies blind works. That's good to know.
looks like that was a collie wobble.
I missed that one.
Collie
You
wobble.
didn't. You really didn't though. Like that's. Oh jeez.
And so yes, there is a crushed up metallic sparrow magpie bird at Morn's feet. A little bit of blood, at Morn where its beak plunged into you, but the creature on the roof or the person on the roof who threw it has disappeared. It was on the temple roof.
All right.
Okay, so can we go in the
Are you-
temple?
Are you okay, Morn?
See if they left anything behind,
Damn magpie.
All right.
Nobody,
Yeah. Sorry.
nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
I want to keep the magpie.
Sure.
Can I keep it?
Sure, you pick up
I
the
wanna put them up.
crushed mechanical magpie, and
Thank
you
you.
walk into the temple. As you walk into the temple, it's in the middle of the day. It's a very busy place. There are lots of people moving around, and in the main hall of the temple, what you see are 24 marble pedestals along along the temple as it goes forward, right? So from the doorway in, a dozen on one side, a dozen on the other side. As you walk in, some of the most extraordinary creations are on display. As you look around, one of them you see a 4-foot tall working model of a clock tower that looks like it is literally a clock tower. Made of wood, iron, bronze, glass with brass bells, delicate hands formed from solid gold.
Ooh.
On another pedestal, you see a wooden flying machine that has wings that appear to be mechanical and to flap like a bird. Another one, you see a miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle. This is brass plate affixed to its pedestal that reads, Big Belchy.
Big Belchy.
Big Belchy sank in Deepwater Harbour on the Day of Wonders in 1363 DR. Another one, as you walk past, has a functional walking helmet equipped with a small articulated metal arms and hands that gently slap the wearer if he or she falls asleep. So say the instructions on the pedestal. Another one has a miniature model of a red submarine that seems to be shaped like a manta ray. On the brass plate
Aquaman.
on the brass plate of that pedestal, it reads the Scarlet Marpenoth, Lantanese submersible, launched 1489.
So is this like a technology museum or something?
And at the very end of the hallway, or at the end of those marble statues, you see standing there a very prominent figure, a priest, a dragonborn priest of bronze ancestry.
Oh,
Standing there, talking to other figures, talking to other people around, and clearly someone of prominence in the church or in this temple. As you walk up to that person, they turn around to you and say, "Well met. My name is Valletta. What brings you to the Temple of Gond today?"
hi, Valletta. It's really nice to meet you. You're really big and shiny. It's really cool to meet someone else that's also really big and shiny. There's not many of us around in these parts. So thank you for having us here.
She smiles back at you and says, "It is always lovely to meet another dragonborn." And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh! Before Antara opens her big mouth. Yeah, good call.
Before we get into too much story that I won't be able to stop.
Me and Kid were like, "Oh, here she goes."
Running a big mouth there, eh? Again, look.
She was going to launch straight into it. There was one of your things on the roof, and it like threw down her thing, and, like this necklace.
Elbow Zala, do something.
Oh my gosh. I was getting ready for that one.
She's your friend.
I was preparing myself for that speech. I was really keen to hear it too. Oh man! Okay. Next month.
Next month, everyone be prepared for Antara's just conversation with Valletta the Dragonborn in the Temple of Gond, the priest of Gond. And yes, this is very much like I wouldn't say a museum, Zala. It really is. This is like the temple that is kind of like a dedication also to the creation of mechanical things, right? There's a cog on the outside, and you know there is a very much as you see the mechanical bird, the automatons and things like that. And so that's the type of theme here. Thank you everyone who joined in and came and checked us out this month. Thank you so much. We got a lot of things coming up. Obviously we got D&D every month. The next month I think we got a little bit of a weekly delay, I think, because we got some things on. So I think we're going to have a week's delay for that. I will hopefully have the audio issues sorted out, but essentially I really tried to get captions working for everyone, not just for my voice, and that plays some tricky things, and I do apologize for the audio issues there. Captions was working, but audio just got messed up, so we had to turn all that off. So I'll try and get that sorted, but congratulations to Anthony again for winning the giveaway. Thanks for checking us out. Use the Idle Champions code if you can, and if you want to, that's dope as well. Follow us all on Twitter and Instagrams, and you know we've got lots and lots of announcements coming up. And shout out to all the mob who are hanging out with us as well. Shout out to all the Indigitech community. Thank you so much. We love you all.
What a mob! What a mob!
What a mob! What up?
Thank you.
What do you do? What do you do?
And we will catch you all next month on another episode of Chicken Salt Baes. Oh, and also Baes, you're now also level 3. So
Level up.
you get to level up.
Level up. Level up.
Get out of here. Oh, look out. Joel's rocked up right now. Congrats on the level up. Thank you, Gateway Games. Hey, shout out Gateway Games as well for what you did in the month of April, supporting Indigitech with the sales of your incredible products, Drive-Thru RPG and things like that. Thank you so much. Shout out Gateway Games. Go check them out for some dope content for your games. And appreciate it, and appreciate all the people who come back every month. Von Explaino and Gateway Games and all you mobs who show up every month. But we out, and we'll catch you next month. And all the streams in between.
Bye everyone.